HeYo versus Meat Knight.
And I guess this requires a little bit of a quick explanation. If you're a viewer of Tri-State Smash, this is not the Raptor that you're used to. This is not the Long Island Yoshi, part of what makes that region Jurassic Park. This is instead a Meta Knight, and one of the flurry of Meta Knights that we have seen come to prominence online in recent weeks.
Yeah, and as Jeff Goldblum wisely once said, "You crazy son of a bitch, you did it. You find yourself in winner's side of top 8, and just like that, that is a stock loss for Montrose. And wow, talk about a rough start here, Stu.
Yeah, not exactly the way that you want to be dipping your feet into the water, and something that you perhaps would not expect from someone who finished just outside of top 8 of straight out of Smashville. A couple of really good tournaments there, but again, maybe not playing a little bit after a while. The only recent tournament that they entered was in fact Xanadu earlier this week, where they wound up taking down some pretty decent players. Joey, who's a Peach, and Palu, but losing to J-Jaw and WebJP, so being gate kept, perhaps looking for the finals of DNA to be their ticket to greater success on Smash Wi-Fi.
Yep, and Montrose doing a pretty okay job getting the damage back into triple digits here, but Raptor again just continuing to add on that damage. Bayo, that neutral air from Meta Knight proven to be an absolute menace. I saw it snag a kill in the last set that Raptor just played, and just like that, oh no, he went for the bomb. He did the bomb.
Unbelievable. Did he actually just dive down there like that? Was that a Condor dive? Yeah.
That was incredible.
Oh, man.
Someone's playing with inverted Star Fox controls, that's for sure.
Any bonk subscribers, can we get the no in the chat, please? Can we get that is one of the most brilliant emotes I've ever seen. It gives off a very... okay, I know that you might get this. It gives off a very Milo Goes to College vibe, if you know what I mean.
No, yep, I catch what you're throwing. I catch.
There you go. Yeah. This just Smash Boomer breaking out old Punk references. You already know. But this is, trying to go in for the dash attack, but misspaces it. And, yeah, Bayo will eat you alive if you do that. And if you're Raptor, you have a decent amount of momentum going for you. The last thing that you need to be doing is giving Bayonetta any sort of semblance of hope.
Yeah, no, for sure. This character doesn't have that same, obviously, explosive X factor as they once did, but, Bayonetta still has a plethora of moves that can rack up damage and kill you, so... Especially a character like Meta Knight that has to kind of play in that close-up range like that, but Montrose has been swinging these smash attacks, hoping that something will stick, but hasn't quite worked out yet.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like that goes into how the character is played in of itself. Already at 60%, but honestly, far worse positions to be in until you get Dimensional Caped. You think that you're safe, you think that the Meta Knight's going to ledge. No, that Dimensional Cape, always an option. And Montrose is eventually going to get the kill from center stage off of that back air, but a little bit of a hill to climb. Not impossible with Meta Knight, but man, you got to stop walking into those hitboxes, Montrose.
Yeah, you definitely you're not doing yourself any favors if you're just kind of strolling into Meta Knight's massive. I don't want to call them massive, but they are strong, and that back air doing a great job right there.
Yeah, just slicing and dicing their way to a Game 1 victory. That is going to be Raptor baring their teeth and doing quite a bit of work in that game number 1. Now, it's kind of an interesting matchup when you're talking about Meta Knight and Bayo, because that match perhaps went a little bit longer than you might expect, Koopa. But again, no shortage of action. They were swinging for the fences, trying to get that chip damage. Obviously, that sort of nickel and dime sort of hits, and you got enough nickel and dimes, Koopa, you will find yourself with $1 eventually, but that's not really the... again, it's always kind of struggling with kill power, or the amount of effort not really being analogous to what's shown on the scoreboard, and really just is going to be a matter of execution and conversion for both of these players. Raptor coming out in that one, game number 1, but I would have to think that the emphasis would be on Montrose game number 2 to try to focus more on neutral and make it a little bit more of a grounded game.
Yeah, and hey, listen, with enough nickels and dimes, you too can pay for a large McDonald's fry in small coin.
Okay, look, that was a one-time thing, and there is a story behind it. But yeah, that's why you should follow me on Twitter. It's the announcer. Anyway, go ahead.
So I was gonna say, number one, I've paid for a $5 footlong in all quarters more than once, so I'm a terrible human being. Number two,
That's valid.
yeah, I'm a horrible human being. Number two, I think the one thing that Montrose has done great so far is they haven't lost a stock sub 30 seconds yet. Like Raptor already had such a comfortable lead to sit on that match that when you're forced to play catch up, for the entirety of a game, it gets a character that doesn't really have to. Meta Knight's definitely force more to come to you than otherwise. They're a character that gets a lot of their damage up close.
Talk about that double parry for a second, though. Raptor's just
that was nuts.
Yeah, that was ballsy, and that's kind of the thing when you're talking about a character like Meta Knight. And if you've ever played Ryu's story mode in this game, there is the equation that is made with Meta Knight being Vega, and it kind of makes sense. They both have masks, they both have like a little sharp thing, so it's given Vega's theme. And honestly, perhaps more parallels to be drawn, where they're very good at accumulating damage, maybe not as good at converting, and the amount of effort that you put into this character is not always going to translate into victories just because of the nature of the game and how it can be pulling out of combos. You have to rely on reads, but when you get them, you have stocks like that one, Raptor, winding up the F smash and taking stock number one off of Montrose.
Yeah, one of the most potent smash attacks in the game, Stu. All these years later, the move's still very, very strong. And we're back on even ground here, but Bayonetta character, again, she might have lost out on that, that X Factor explosiveness where she can kill you, alarmingly early. She can still rack up a lot of damage, too. She is definitely not lacking in the combo department whatsoever. And you can see her just like that, already 71% on the tab of Raptor right now.
But it's always so awkward in matchups like this where, maybe these characters aren't the easiest to combo in the world, especially someone like Meta Knight where you have just seemingly infinite amount of jumps, like so many ways to mix your get-up options. Obviously, you have that dimensional cape. You're not exactly relying on it, however. You do need fundamentals with Meta Knight. It's not a whole gimmick, I promise you, but Bayonetta... Especially, I feel like that's where Raptor is getting away with a lot of stuff because the neutral of Bayonetta, I feel like, especially online, requires a little bit more guesswork than certainly the last iteration of this game, Koopa, but really more so than your average character.
No, absolutely. And just like that, we mentioned that Montrose is definitely, having the answer here more than Raptor did. And they had the lead right now. So Raptor's going to be forced to, maybe commit a little bit more unsafely. However, the damage percent is very close. Going for the shuttle is coming up just short, Stu.
Yeah. I was talking about the prior version of Smash, and that kind of took me back to it. Reminded me of Bonk on Friday nights, let me tell you. But yeah, winding up again with that F Smash and taking yet another stock. So Raptor is going to have a tenuous advantage going into the final portion of this game. But yeah, Montrose says, you know what, I can parry too, and might just need it because Raptor feels free to just punish these landings and is calling out Montrose every single chance that they can get. They're looking for the Condor dive yet again. Not going to find it. Montrose getting to the legend time.
Yeah, no, that's a strategy that, Raptor has shown they're very, very comfortable going for. And why not? You're already up big. Oh, no way!
Yeah, I wasn't really sold on that, but yeah, Montrose just committing a little too hard. Getting the landings red really hurt them, and that's part of the thing with Pokemon Stadium. You have that big wide open area. It's almost a little too inviting, and Koopa, being the unbiased journalist that they are, going to raise up the Meta Knight.
What are you talking about? This is my son. Come on, what are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, I should have noticed the familial connection. I'm sorry about that, but
you see,
yeah,
we're both Hispanic. Like, come on.
Oh, I get it. The Vega thing from earlier. Yeah. Right, so,
also, if you watch the Kirby anime, you'll know that Meta Knight speaks with a Spanish accent. So,
I did. Wow, I did not watch the Kirby anime. I'll be honest with you, but
Kirby.
That is yeah. Oh yeah. What was it? Kirby right back at you.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah. Okay. No, that's
Great Saturday morning cartoon, definitely.
I have to go back and watch it. I think that might be what I'm doing on my stream now. God,
it's cute. Like King Dedede has like a Texan like oil tycoon accent. It's great.
Wait, they made Dedede freaking Doug Didi Dimmadome? Like, is that? Is that what that is? Is that what I'm hearing?
Pretty much.
Did I just create a thing? Okay. If someone creates that Photoshop for me, I will gift you a sub.